rather be you than me. What's with we? Everywhere I go, I see no one really wants to be free. It's like we'd rather be you than me. What's with we? You need to be. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Chanel from Complex Simplicity. Happy Friday. Hope that you all had an amazing 4th of July, day off from work. I know many people have mixed feelings regarding the whole Independence Day thing, especially with the climate and temperature of the world right now. But I hope that you enjoyed the day nonetheless. I definitely did. I was with my parents. My hubby had to work. Unfortunately, this is like the tearing, sad eye face. He had to work. So I went to spend time with my parents, who are like two of my most favorite people in the world. And as usual, I had a great time having conversations with my mom that lasted till 2 in the morning. I didn't get home till almost 3 in the morning. It was awesome. I wouldn't have wanted to spend my day any differently. Of course, I would have loved to have my husband be a part of that. But aside from that, like, awesome day. I don't know why this song is in my head right now. Something in my heart, something in my heart, something in, ooh, it got me hooked on you. That probably was so pitchy and whatnot. Don't mind me, I have been enjoying a couple of days off from work. I was off yesterday. Today I don't go back until Monday. So your girl is enjoying life right now. So pardon me if I seem a little, I don't know, more laid back than usual or look sleepy. I'm enjoying me some Merlot. Who's about that Merlot life? Hashtag Merlot life. But yes, I had I'm so thankful for this few days that I got off from work. I haven't really had any, sequential amount of days off, like 4 days off. I think I've been working nonstop for almost a year now. I started my job last August. It's already July. I'm almost at that year mark, and my body, my mind, and my soul needed a break. So I'm thankful that it just so happened that I have these days off in a row. And yes, so don't mind me. I don't know what to do with myself. Today was all about pampering. Even though, always got bills and responsibilities, I'm still big on making sure every time you get paid, because you work hard out here in these streets, every time you get paid that you do something for yourself, whether that's putting money away. Ideally, that should be what you do, put some money away. I'd be lying if I said that I do that or did that. But I had like a beauty kind of day, get my mani-pedi. I do get my lashes done. It's something I've been doing for myself for the past maybe 3-4 months. So that's kind of what my day consisted of, and it's good for my mental health. So yeah, and then I came home and cooked dinner for my husband and I, and then we were able to spend a little bit of time, and then he's upstairs watching the games, and I'm like, this is the best time for me to what? Do a vlog. So what I like when I have downtime, I love to catch up on all of the podcasts that I love to watch, like the Joe Budden podcast, Hollywood Unlocked and Uncensored podcast, and that's the one I actually tuned into today. I also love the Breakfast Club, but they're like a regular radio show. But today I did watch Hollywood Unlocked and Uncensored. I watched the interview that they had, Jason Lee, Melissa Ford, that they had. They're the host of the show, with Irv Gotti. A lot of you may not know, I am a serious hip hop head, and I am often inspired by hip hop artists, right? The drive, or just people who are part of that hip hop game. But I've always been inspired by Irv Gotti's drive, by his energy, his passion, and he was just spitting a lot of game about things that I live by and agree with, such as carving out a own lane for yourself, doing the damn thing. Stop waiting for other people to move and shift around the table to make a seat for you. Build your own shit. And I love that he was talking about how Murder Inc. was able to create a lane for themselves. You know, the clip that you will see, he was pretty much stating that, you know, he had a hand in working with Jay-Z from Reasonable Doubt days. For those of you who don't know, that is Jay-Z's first album ever, masterpiece, amazing album, one of my favorite bodies of work for him, if not my favorite body of work from him. And so, you know, he also had a hand in DMX's career and helping to get him to the place where the world is like, oh, we rock with DMX, you know? And then he said he ended up getting a deal with the label to like have artists and develop them and like make them big. And, you know, these were his brothers, Hove, X, and they already had their own lanes. They were killing the game. And, you know, when he started working with Ja Rule, that particular album, I believe his 366 album, that he had, like, that was the album that helped him to create the Murder Inc. sound that took over. When I say when I was in high school, it was all about Murder Inc. It was all about like the songs, what would I be without you? Hey, hope to say it is true. I'm probably messing up the words. Put it on me though. And every little thing that we do. Christina Milian, it's just between me and you. The freaky things that we do. Like that was like my high school, like the soundtrack to my high school years from what I remember. DMX as well, but like Jay-Z as well, of course. But you know, Murder Inc., they made it. Like Ashanti, I'll never forget when Ashanti came out. I think this was right after I'd graduated from high school, and it was all about Foolish and the remix Unfoolish and Happy, and like it was crazy. So he was able to like figure it out and make his mark and create a sound, because he already knew DMX was killing it, Jay-Z was killing it, like, sorry, eating carrots. But yeah, so I enjoyed being able to really like be inspired. I think for me, inspiration is super important. It's almost what helps to keep my battery charged, to like keep doing this, to keep building complex simplicity, and to be building move with finesse, and like anything else that I have in the back of my mind that I'm masterminding, right? So I'm always looking for people who have done it and who have done it successfully. Now Irv Gotti is back on the, back in the game with Tales, which if y'all don't know, Tales is dope. I watched the premiere of season 2 a couple of days ago with my husband. Dope show, and he even took it up a notch this second season, I can tell. But like the concept is so cool. It's like every episode is based off of a classic song, classic hip hop song. Like it doesn't get any better than that. And you know, this season I could tell he has even more high profile people acting in it. The acting has improved. You know, the song selections are still dope. He even picked some new songs for the younger crowds out here that may not be as familiar with like the iconic hip hop songs, but like so dope. And like just how he never gives up and he's relentless. That's inspiration to me. So I find and get inspiration from some of the most randomest people and just moments, you know, in life. And so that's why I had to share a clip of the whole Irv Gotti interview with Hollywood Unlocked and Uncensored. Melissa Ford, I think you did an amazing job with this. How you know I've been drinking wine. Like my speech is a little funny, but anyway, Melissa Ford, you did an amazing job with interviewing him. Jason Lee as well. You know, like podcasting is super dope to me. I'm trying to inch my way and get myself into that world at some point. But yes, I enjoy a good podcast for sure. So yes, you know, go hard for what you want, y'all. Like, let the passion continue. Know where to go for inspiration. Like, I'm all for that shit. I'm trying to think what else did I want to talk about. Oh, I also wanted to let you guys know, as it pertains to Move with Finesse, we do have a class coming up on July 10th, which is this coming Wednesday, at Dancer Dream Studio, located at 1630 Westchester Ave, Bronx, New York, 10472. Really the class, I say it's from 7:30 to 9:30, but the class is really going to start at 8 o'clock. So be there by 8 o'clock, 7:50. I'm excited. My girl and I, we took a couple of months off and were able to kind of like rejuvenate and get our creative juices flowing again. We both had busy calendars during the months of April and May. And we've been back at it. You know, we've been putting it out there on our social media. Follow us on Instagram at Move, M-O-V-E, with W-I-T-H, finesse, F-I-N-E-S-S-E, one word. $20 for the class, 18 and older, hip hop beginner level. We're getting it into Chris Brown's song with Drake, Misguided, I believe is the name. But yes, like, I'm in love with the choreography. It feels good. I'm excited. Join us if you just want to be able to dance, work out. If you want to be able to just, like, I don't know, kick back, network. If you want to be able to learn dance moves that are not at a level that's super high, it's, you know, join us, rock with us. It's going to be fun. You're going to learn some dope choreography. You know, let's not get anything twisted. Just because we're beginner level doesn't mean that there isn't any technique involved. There will be some levels of technique involved in our classes. We are stepping it up a notch. Like I said before, or one of my lives, no more of this popping up. We are here. We're doing classes. We will be doing a few classes this summer. And once September starts, we will be doing classes regularly. So come join us. We're here. Let's get busy. Let's have fun. Let's dance. You know, let's tap into our sexy. Let's tap into our ability to catch on to choreography. Like, let's just be free and let the music take us over. It feels so good. When I'm in my house rehearsing, or when we're at a rehearsal, you know, it just feels so good to just be free and not be in my mind and just let the music take over and just interpret the music with our bodies. Like, let's get busy. Join us. We cannot wait to dance with you. We have so much more to come that we're not ready to reveal as of right now, but you got to keep it, you know, got to keep checking in with us so you can see what's next. Once again, with Complex Simplicity, y'all, I feel like I'm working on a myriad of projects. Pray for me. So much more to come as well. I definitely have a project that will happen this summer, and so continue to go to complexedsimplicity.com, as well as follow me on Instagram at complexedsimplicity09, so that you can stay in touch with what's happening. Trying to think really what it is that I wanted to talk about today. I feel like my mom and I had so many amazing and insightful conversations yesterday. I'm just trying to remember everything. I swear, like I said, we were talking probably from 4:30 in the afternoon up until 2 in the morning. So you could imagine the amount of conversations that were had in that span of time. My mom always serves as a source of like support and encouragement for me. I feel like if I'm having a rough day or just a rough period in my life, or I don't know, if I'm just needing to hear those encouraging words, I know my mother is who I can always turn to at and during those times, you know. And to keep it real, you know, my mom's a Christian. She's a good Christian woman, down to earth, not too churchy and all that kind of stuff. But she's a Christian woman at heart, right? And so I know, like, sometimes the forms of dancing that I do, she may not necessarily be 100% like, yes, this is what you should be doing, Chanel. But still, the fact that she supports me through it, you know, we were discussing merch ideas. You know, my mom is like a DIY, do-it-yourself kind of person. And as I said before, I think in one of my lives, when you're building a brand from the ground up, and you're investing money, you're investing, constantly pouring money into things that you're not seeing a return on just yet, because it takes time to build, right? And so I'm about saving a good coin where I can, but still having a quality product. And so my mom is always someone that I know I can bounce ideas off of in that way. So, you know, at some point, Move with Finesse, we will be having some merch out, and I want for, you know, my co-creator Denise to be able to, I want us to be able to rock some merch, you know what I'm saying, during our classes, during our rehearsals, whatever. And so, you know, I've been trying to figure out the means to how we can do that and the best route to take to do that. And so I always know I can bounce these kinds of ideas off of my mom. And I say all that to say, even though she probably, when this piece that we choreographed, the part that I choreographed is the super sexy part, that does have to do with humping the ground slightly. Like, so I know she saw the clip on my social media, and I know she's probably like, but she's so dope because like she still is supporting me and trying to help make this a success and like market it well. And like, I love you, Mom, for that, and I love that I'm at a place in my life where I can embrace my grown womanness, grown assness, and not let what others, even if it is my parents or whoever, dictate. Oh, I'm not gonna post this, or oh, I'm not gonna, like, I'm 35, I'll be 36 years old in a few weeks, God willing, so I'm just glad that I'm at a place in my life where of course, I will always be respectful to myself first and foremost, as well as my husband and my parents. I am a representative of them as well. But I'm just glad that I am me. Even the sides that you may never want your parents to know or to see, even when you are grown. Like, I'm glad that I can put up a post of my girl and I dancing, and one of parts of the choreography is super sexy and us kind of humping the ground and things of that nature, but and not feel like, oh no, because my mom, she also follows me, or and it's funny, when I did a live, I put out there, being snarky, sarcastic, funny, because I know how people think and how people are out here, if they're like, I wonder what her husband thinks about that. He was filming the shit. Like, that's what he thinks about it. He was filming it for us in rehearsal. Like, so I'm just glad that the way that I am wired, I'm not like, oh, I don't feel like I could really be my true authentic self to this degree around these people or my parents or my spouse or whoever. Like, I'm glad I will always be me. And that's kind of what my mom and I were talking about yesterday. Just how, because sometimes I've gone through it even like in friendships where it's like, let's say we're a group of friends. Let's say it's a group of 4 women who are friends, right? Where maybe these particular 2 out the group will be privy to certain sides of you that you don't want to show the other 2 because you don't want them to look at you in a different way. And I've experienced that where I feel like some of my friends would not tell me certain things, or they would not want me around for certain things because they didn't want me to see them in a certain light or a certain way that really is a part of who they are. But it's almost as if they only wanted me to see certain sides to them. And I always chuckle at that, right? Because I'm like, I'm the friend where, God forbid, you could find yourself in a situation where you had to like take someone's life out of your own self-defense, and you're scared, you're freaked out, you don't know what to do. And I'd be the one to be like, okay, I'm there, I'm gonna come with the shovel, like, let's do this, Or like, I'm the kind of friend that you don't have to feel ashamed or feel like you're gonna be judged if you tell me something, even if you know it's outside of how I would carry my own life. Like, I'm not the moral police. Boom. I will be the friend to be honest with you, as I often say. I'll be the friend, especially if you ask my opinion, to be truthful about it. Like, hey friend, I think this is a red flag. I don't know if this is the best decision, but it's a decision you have to make. But I'm not going to be the friend that's going to sit there and judge you or be the moral police, judge and jury. God is here for that. I don't feel that I need to be that for you. I have my own life things that I need to be judge and jury on. I don't have time to be the judge and jury of other people's lives, right? And so, sometimes I chuckle at that. And so I'm just glad that, like I said, once again, the way that I'm wired, I don't feel the need to like compartmentalize who I am when I'm around certain people, where, oh, when I'm around these people, they see these sides of me. And when I'm around this person, they see these sides of me. And when I'm around this person, well, this is the only person that can see all the sides to me. Like, no, like, I'm gonna be me either way. Unless we work together, then of course at some point you'll know the core of who I am, but like, you're not gonna see me in certain settings or, in certain states, because we're coworkers. Like, we're most of our time is spent on the job together. So I'm not going to be like, you know, drinking a glass of wine and doing all that. We're working, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm probably not going to tell you my personal business, because we're not necessarily friends, we're colleagues, you know. But aside from that, like, for the most part, everybody, I am who I am, and I'm glad that I am that way. You know, to me, it's exhausting to not be able to fully be yourself in all rooms, in all realms, in front of all crowds or people. Like, be you, you know, even with your parents. So yes, I'm sure my mama saw me in that clip, that dance move where we were caressing the floor with our booties and our bodies, you know. But that is a part of me. I love to dance, and I've always been drawn to sexy styles of dance. I've always been drawn to sexy, raunchy music. Like, I'm not gonna like front about that or necessarily feel bad about that either. I love Jesus, but I also love all things sexy. Like, I'm married, like, you know. So yes, that was part of what we talked about. And you know, just for those out there who do tend to be the moral police, as I like to call it, a lot of times I understand that it comes from a good place, but be careful. I think we should be the moral compass and moral policemen, women of ourselves. I don't know that we're supposed to be that for other people. Once again, this doesn't mean that you cannot be honest with others. This doesn't mean that you cannot say, hey friend, I'm concerned. But I think once you express yourself or your concerns, you let it go, you keep them in prayer. But I don't think it's my duty or my job or my calling to be the moral police for anyone else but myself. But yeah, so Mom and I talked about that. I just wanted to put you on that we do have a class coming up, so please feel free to join us. Once again, July 10th. Be there by like 7:50 p.m. at Dancer Dream Studios, 1630 Westchester Ave, Bronx, New York, 10472. We're getting it into the Chris Brown and Drake song, Misguided. Let's do it. It's all things hip hop, all things sexy, all things beginner level. As I often say, if I could do it, you can do it. So yes, I'm trying to think, what else would I like to talk about today? We're like 22 minutes into this vlog. We talked about creating lanes, right? I never really spoke about my thoughts on season 2 of She's Gotta Have It. I think last year for season 1, I kind of gave my 1-2 on what I felt about it. I must say I enjoyed season 1 more than I enjoyed season 2, but it was cool to see the character Lola really trying to figure out what she wants to do with her art, what she wants to tell, what her message is. It was, interesting to see her maneuvering in her relationships. I know they showed a relationship with her with a woman that she had been with prior, as well as this new artistic dude that she had just met through an art weekend, so to speak, where they were working towards getting some level of funding. He was working and would sculpt amazing things out of like manure, which was a little bizarre to me, but okay. So it was just interesting to see her kind of maneuvering through a few relationships. You know, it's always going to be the sexy scenes. Yeah, I'd be lying if I said that I didn't enjoy season 1 better. But I'm still with the show, you know. I'll still look out for season 3 if it gets picked up. And I love any story that really showcases a journey that a woman particularly goes through as it pertains to career and love and life, essentially. Because life is hard. Let's keep it 100% honest. Life is super hard. And we're all on a journey of some sort. I've been on a journey regarding my career for years. I've been very forthcoming and transparent about that. And so I have empathy for people, men and women alike, who are on similar journeys trying to figure out career-wise where they're trying to be. where they're purposed to be, you know. And so I know that it's not just this easy, simple 1, 2, 3 remedy, and then you're in your dream job, dream career, you're on the right path. A lot of times it's a lot of soul searching that you have to do, you know, before you actually are walking in the right direction of where you should be going. You know, even me, where I'm working now, I feel like I'm finally in the right direction of where I should be. This doesn't mean that my current job is going to be my end all be all. For all I know, what I'm purposed to do may have nothing to do with the luxury retail world. I just know that for this particular time in my life, it is meant and purpose for me to understand the business, the numbers, like what really goes on in retail. For whatever reasons it's meant for me. Maybe I'm going to end up being the CEO of my own company. Y'all know I design merch and I've been really advertising it a lot lately. So who knows? Maybe I'm going to have a store of my own brand. Maybe Complex Simplicity is going to get to a level where it is a household name and brand and I have to run it. Like, so I definitely believe that I'm where I am for a reason at my job, because there's a lot for me to learn. The mistakes I make, they're learning curves, because whatever's meant to be a year from now, 2 years from now, God sparing my life, I'm gonna need this knowledge, you know? And so when you're on these journeys, it's not always this easy destination where you see it clear as day. A lot of times you could be on this road, on this path in the dark, where you feel like you're blindly trying to figure out where you should be, what direction you should be going in, you know. And that's why I empathize with people who are on a journey of any sort, for that matter. I know a lot of people who are on a journey trying to find themselves and find love and all of that kind of stuff. It's not this wham bam easy, oh, I just have to make a hard left, make a right, go straight, and then I'll be there. Like, that's not what it is, you know. It takes a lot. Sometimes you may be on that path for years still trying to figure this shit out. Like, it's real out here, you know. And so I love any show that depicts the true reality of what it means to be on a journey of some sort. And I do feel like She's Gotta Have It, Spike Lee, you do and have been doing a good job with this. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else I might have wanted to say about that. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I've been watching that like gets my mind going? Maybe not so much. But yeah, I just want to encourage you out there ultimately. You know, don't feel discouraged if there's any area in your life that you're trying to really figure out. I also have learned in life that if you find year after year after year there's not much progress in certain areas within your life, it's probably because whatever lessons that need to be learned, skills that need to be acquired, onus that needs to be had, maybe has not been done. And so I believe in God, as I always say, Jesus Christ, and I feel like He will keep you going around that mulberry bush until you get it right. And so don't be discouraged if you find like, damn, year after year after year I'm still single, or year after year my career is just at this standstill. Then it may be something that you're not getting. So going back to like literally being on a dirt road. I don't know why when I think of journeys I think of like being on a dirt road, but you're on this dirt road and it's like, oh, you can't really see, it's dark outside, you keep making the same hard left and then going right and then going straight, thinking that it's gonna finally get you to where it is you need to be, and it just keeps having you circle and circle and do the same thing over. I kind of feel like once it's like, oh, I need to make a hard right, then go straight, then make a left, and that's when it's like you get closer and closer to where you should be, if you get what I'm saying, if you follow me. And so if you find that it's like, oh, the same thing, why do I keep going through these same things? Why is there not much growth or progress in these areas in my life? It could be because there's something we're missing. And I say we because I'm a part of it, right? You know, there's certain areas in my life, like finances at times, a lot of times, where I feel like it's the same mulberry bush, you know. For me, I'm trying to like really, I'm at the point, I'm going to be 36 years old, Lord willing. I'm trying to acquire a different level of financial freedom. And I know I've spoken about this before, than what I have had all these years of my adult life. Don't get me wrong, I work super hard. I've always been able to keep and maintain a job for the most part. My resume is very consistent. It hasn't been years where I haven't been working, months where I haven't really been working, except between my last job and this job. That might have been from June, I was out of work. August, I was back into work, right? But other than that, there's continuity and consistency with my resume. And so for me, I've always been able to keep a job, manage a job. It hasn't been the problem, but it's getting that bank account to where it needs to be, or turning these brands into like serious empires. You know, I'm to the point in my life where I'm ready for some level or a great level of financial freedom. And I'm not the person that chases the dollar. I'm not the person that loves money. But I've been working hard for a long time, as many of you have been, I'm sure. And I'm pretty sure you can feel me on this. I am ready to see a serious return on my money. I am ready to be compensated very well for the amount of work that I put in. My mom and I were also talking yesterday about people don't know what it takes to build anything from the ground up unless you do it, unless you've done it. Like my mom, she's an author, she is an artist, she paints, she sings, she has albums out. Like there's so much stuff that she's done and accomplished. These things take diligence, they take patience, they take work ethic, they take confidence, it takes tenacity. Like it is not easy doing this stuff, building anything from scratch, from the ground up. And so you'll never know what it's like until you've had to do it yourself. And it's a lot. And I also have a day job that I have to crush and kill and be up and ready to be on and do what I have to do there. I am a wife, as I often say. Like there's so much stuff going on, right? But I'm doing all of this and pouring my soul, blood, sweat, and tears into my brands because I still believe that they can become empires, that I can have that financial freedom, not just for me for me to benefit from it, but to be able to have my family benefit from it, my husband, my parents, my brother, his wife. Like I am ready to like have an empire to the point where my kids don't have to worry about anything. That's where I'm at with it, to be honest with you, and I'm not giving up, and so it could be exhausting at times. It could be discouraging, it could be exhilarating. It could be mind blowing, but I'm still at this. And my mom and I were talking about that yesterday. You just keep plugging away. You keep doing the damn thing. Like, don't give up, So you out there, whatever it is that you are plugging away at, don't give up. Keep doing it, It doesn't matter when people, like I often say, don't believe in what you're doing or they don't see the vision. You still keep doing what you got to do, Recently, I'm always reaching out to people, high profile, normal, everyday people. And, there's someone who's high profile that I can tell is checking me out, and so you just never know. You just keep working. You keep doing what you have to do. At the same time, like I often say, I'm not waiting for someone to give me an opportunity. In the meantime, I'm out here creating them for myself. Like, what can you do? As long as I know it can help somebody else, I'm here for it. Like, it is what it is, And at some point, it'll get to the masses. At some point, it'll get to the high profile people who may want to invest into what I'm doing, who may want to give me an opportunity, whatever. But in the meantime, I'm out here moving and shaking and trying to create them for myself. And so, yeah, tying back into the Irv Gotti interview I saw with Hollywood Unlocked and Uncensored today, the podcast, like, work hard, be passionate, and you gotta believe in you, because ain't nobody else out here gonna believe in you the way you can. You gotta believe in yourself and do it. You know, we are all on a journey. Everybody's got a story to tell. Everybody's got a struggle. Everybody's got insecurities. Everybody's got naysayers. Everybody's got all those things. We all go through those things, you know? So know that you're not alone and keep doing what you got to do. You know, I think my last vlog was just take a chance, risk it, go for it. Like, let's keep going, you know? Yeah. As I always say, there is power in figuring it out. That is one thing I love. I love to figure shit out. I get off on figuring shit out. So, you know, let's do it, you know? And even though it's hard when you're building a brand, I'm here and I'm up for the challenge 3 years later to figure it out and to pave my own way, as I've been saying, make my own mark. Like, come on, y'all. We all got something to say that's valuable. Especially during these times where the world is crazy. Let's be aware of what's going on, but let's keep trying to make a difference. No matter how big or small our platforms are, let's keep trying to have a message, have something to say that's positive, that's empowering and uplifting, and let's all try to make a difference. On a small level to a large scale, you know? So yeah, I don't know how I would package this whole vlog, but it's what was on my mind and my heart to say. Continue to rock out with your girl by going to complexedsimplicity.com. Enjoy this weekend and